Hi, my name is Ray Fluette. I'm the supervisor for the GameSense program here in Massachusetts. I oversee the day-to-day operations within the casinos, and my background includes about 22 years of gaming experience working for the casinos. And here I have Jodie, my colleague, to introduce herself.
Hi everybody, I'm Jodie Nealley. I'm the Outreach and Recovery Support Specialist with the Mass Council on Gaming and Health. I've been with the council since 2012 and really value the work I do. I'm a gambler in recovery, so this topic is really personal to me, and I hope you all will learn a lot as we go into what we're talking about today, and I'm really happy and honored to be here. Aisha?
Hi, I'm Aisha Shamley. I work at MGM Springfield as a GameSense Advisor. I previously was a table games dealer, and I'm happy to be here.
And here, we're here to talk about what is GameSense and how we can help people voluntarily self-exclude themselves from within the casinos. And GameSense is the biggest question that we get inside the casino. People don't really know about it, don't know what it is. And so that's the biggest question we get is, what is GameSense? So GameSense is an internationally acclaimed program to help keep gambling safe, healthy, and within the casino setting. It's funded by the Massachusetts Gaming Commission and run by the Mass Council on Gaming and Health. We know that most people can gamble healthy, but there are some people that do develop a problem with their gambling, and Jodie's here to explain a little bit more about that.
Yeah, thanks, Ray. So two things first, the definition of gambling itself. Because a lot of people don't understand exactly what gambling is it's risking something of value when you're not sure you're going to win. So when the outcome is uncertain. So that's gambling. And then problematic gambling, Ray, is when someone finds themselves in a situation where their gambling, which used to be fun and entertaining, is starting to cause negative consequences. There's a lot of clinical definitions out there, but basically if the gambling is causing negative consequences for themselves or for their loved ones, then that's something to be addressed. And there are a lot of warning signs out there for that. Someone who's gambling more than they intended. They're chasing their losses. They're lying about how much gambling they're doing. They're being criticized by others. They're hiding it. They're betting more and more and more. They're getting into financial trouble, and then they're jeopardizing the significant relationships in their lives. And all these warning signs and stuff you'll hear about on our website. But there are a lot of warning signs, and if people know the warning signs, then they might be able to help somebody rein it in a little bit and go more in a responsible manner than if they didn't know them. So.
And here in the casinos, we offer what we call a voluntary self-exclusion program, and Aisha's here to talk about that.
Thanks, Ray. So the Voluntary Self-Exclusion program is a program that allows somebody who feels like they're not able to keep their gambling under control, it allows them to exclude themselves, which means that they're agreeing to not going on the casino floors at any of the 3 Massachusetts casinos. They can go to the casino, the hotel, the restaurants, as long as it doesn't have them access the casino floor. So as far as the exclusion, there's 4 different terms. We've got 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and then lifetime. However, with the lifetime, you can't do that unless you've completed one of the other terms previous. Currently, we have over 1,000 active VSEs on the voluntary self-exclusion list.
And just a question for you. Do people retain their points on their players' reward cards or anything like that?
So when you voluntary self-exclude, you actually lose your play rewards. You don't receive any marketing from the casinos. You're not able to get any type of promotions.
Right. And what is the biggest deterrent to somebody that would access the casino when it shouldn't be?
Right, thanks. So if someone does breach this agreement and they decide to go and gamble, if they hit a jackpot, they're not able to collect any winnings. So it really doesn't do them any good to gamble while they're voluntary self-excluded.
Wow, that's great. And here, we're located right inside the casinos, so we can actually perform a voluntary self-exclusion 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at any one of the casinos. And we also have another option which has become more and more popular. It's the remote option that somebody can actually exclude from the comforts of their own home, where nobody sees them signing up for the program. It's very confidential, and some people that have the ability to just access a phone. You know, they can use a tablet, an iPhone, an iPad, whatever it may be, to do it. And it's very simple, and we still have that face-to-face communication because we use a video program within that. Now, I mean, I personally did a remote voluntary self-exclusion with this older woman. You know, she was very scared. She said, I don't have the technology to do any of this. But I talked her through it. And when I was talking her through it, she couldn't believe how easy it became for her to actually use a tablet that she had that she didn't realize that she was able to do all this with. And we send the documentation over to her. She filled it out. And during the whole process, she had to talk to me about it, you know, how she had the intention on doing this so many times when she went into the casino. And she would go in there, hear the slot machines, had that Wheel of Fortune game call her, and she couldn't resist to go play, and she never actually voluntarily self-excluded herself like she intended to do. So when we offered this to her, and I had a phone conversation with her and told her about it, she was so excited, and she couldn't believe that she was able to do it. You know, so that was great. And then what we do is somebody doesn't fall right off the list. When your term is over, you have to actually go through what we call a reinstatement session. So we make sure they're well aware during the enrollment process about the session, and we're going to actually send a reminder to them a week before their term is up and what the process is to get off the list. And this reinstatement session is another opportunity for us to provide some information to them, make sure they have the resources that they need. And Aisha, do you have a story for us or something? Whatever.
Sure. So I had a young kid come to the GameSense Center, and you know, he was asking questions and ultimately decided that he wanted to voluntarily self-exclude. You know, we went through the whole process. He was chill and everything was good. He was talking and, you know, telling me what was going on as far as him just losing a lot of money. He said that he had it, you know, it wasn't a problem that he was losing it, but he just was losing it constantly. Like he just was never winning. So he decided to do the VSE, or the voluntary self-exclusion. And at the end, you know, he was grateful that it was an easy process. He thanked me for being nice. You know, that's just me.
Yeah.
And you know, it was a good experience for him and me, of course. It's nice to help people. So.
Yeah. And there's another opportunity that they have during signing up is where they can look for a follow-up from Jodie here, and she can explain more about that.
Yeah, so Aisha said there have been about 1,000 VSEs done since we started the program, and almost 300 of those folks have opted for a follow-up, which means they're willing to have me call them or email them if they don't leave a number. It has a Gamble and Recovery, just sort of check in with them. And I've gotten so many positive feedbacks from people that are saying, you know, not only are the GameSense people incredible and they treated me with respect and I'm really glad I did it, but best decision I ever made. There was one woman who recently lost her husband, and she said she just was going down this gambling hole and she couldn't stop, and the VSE is helping her put a break on things. And people who are just grateful that it's there, that it's easy. The remote option is amazing because, you know, sometimes people would call me via another channel like our Safer Gaming Education line, and they'd say, well, I don't want to go to the casino, and now I can say, hey, you can do it remotely. And it's an awesome and very robust recovery support. Some people say, I have no self-control, this has helped me. And sometimes when I do trainings with folks, I say voluntary self-exclusion is like when there's someone who's an alcoholic trying to be in recovery. You say, don't go near the bar. That was your place where you drank. Just avoid it. So voluntary self-exclusion helps people avoid temptation, helps them gives them good motivation to stay out of the casino. And there's just really a lot of gratitude around it. It's an incredible, great program. And there are other resources out there. So voluntary self-exclusion is a really good first step for recovery. But there's also 12-step programs like Gamblers Anonymous, which is for the person struggling with gambling. And then there's GamLine, which is for the loved ones, the family and friends of the gambler. There's Smart Recovery, which is not gambling specific, but it's a different approach. So a lot of people do both. They do GA and Smart Recovery, and there's also treatment. Mass Council spends a lot of time training outpatient treatment centers, clinicians, about gambling disorder, because it's different from substance use, and we want them to really be able to connect with the gambler on a really clinical good level. And a lot of this stuff is going to be on our website, which are on the slides, and Ray's going to talk about at macgh.org.
Yeah, it's important to know that we don't feel the process is over when you sign up for the voluntary self-exclusion. We're there to help you in any way possible after you've already excluded yourself from the casino, and we can connect you with Jodie or Aisha or any one of the other GameSense advisors at any time, even after you've signed up. Different ways you can contact us. It's already been mentioned, the Safer Gaming Education line. It's a great way to reach a GameSense advisor while they're working. They're right there within the casinos. It'll connect you to one of the 3 casinos, and they can have that conversation with you. There's also our website, GameSenseMA.com, or the Mass Council on Gaming and Health's website. And within those websites, we have what we call LiveChat. And that's monitored 24 hours, 7 days a week, and you can actually chat with a GameSense advisor and talk about the different programs that we offer. And then, of course, there is the Problem Gambling Helpline, that 800-327-5050, and they could talk to you about those GA meetings or anything else that Jodie had already mentioned, or you can get connected to us through them.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your effort.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye.